Okay, guys, gonna start off with some analysis of Lionheart versus Botman at the latest major. We see so much usage of up B out of shield just in this tournament by Lionheart. Really just getting so much off and never really getting punished for it. Okay, I'll go back there. I've been also liking the usage of fair, full of fair, sort of fair by Lionheart. He always goes for the tech chase as well after that. Falls with fair, goes for the tech chase, gets it. This here Lionheart's idea to deal with fair with falling guns and then nair is just whole shield. The moment he noticed that he's getting hit by falling guns, he just immediately shields it. And then goes for spot dodge, catches Botman in his shield, getting a pretty good punish. He always goes for the downward F tilt trying to two frame, which is a extremely good option here. They're like never sides away from it. Turn on side B to get that after the unsafe landing from Joker. Who goes for side B? I like the nair of the shield here, gets the jab, but then no real follow up. Going for an up air gets caught by the nair, especially as it's high. But Sen kind of sucks over there. It's gonna hurt. Overall, we're just seeing some really safe play. Lionheart isn't really overextending in any way. A lot of that, and this was pretty good hard lead. He noted that Botman was likely to jump in that situation, just allowing for very well placed fail. Just a single hit closes out the stock at a high percent. Completely calls out completely calls out Botman over there. Just ending in his whole stock. And again, every time he gets a fail, Abiyub never just lets it go. He tries to tech chase with the side B. We saw it at the beginning work. This time at very low percent, Botman was able to side B is able to air dodge out. And I want to talk about Botman's Ava usage very good for most jokers. Always really getting it, controlling space. Tag down up air was nice, but the up tilt came out late or it was able to be sealed. I like the counter here, but at the same time feel like just Tomahawking could have worked just as well. Couple of drift gaps. Again, just up B on the ground, out of shield. This time out of a spot dodge. It's just working wonders for Lionheart throughout this whole set. Goes for the edge guard. Unfortunate SD there. Doesn't really get much, even though he hit Diagon. He just loses the stock for free. And now it's just looking very hard. Botman is just unable to really find a good kill option. He gets the jag down, but a down tilt instead of a down smash. I'd like to see him go for a kill option there. He gets a full combo, and it's unfortunate a down tilt instead. Doesn't really just get the kill. And then once again, just getting hit by the up B out of shield after that. After whiffing a back air, he just gets hit. And then side B, this is actually really interesting. I don't know what happened here exactly. It looked like Botman tried to spot dodge and he gets caught. He went for a jump. He went for a jump and then gets caught by the side B. That's great timing from Lionheart over there. The dash tag only gets a small punish, especially at 140%. I think a bigger punish was more appropriate than just a nail. Downward guns do well, but then pretty unfortunate tech chasing situation there. After the down, he gets the downward guns knocked down, but then no tech chase, just opting to choose a side B. While Lionheart is now at full age. Again, he's going for a bunch of jump, trying to bait something out. Up beyond the ground, though, just working so well. This is a grab. Unfortunately, I don't know about Joker's 150 plus combos, so I don't know if he had. I don't think he had anything guaranteed, but I'd like to see a forward tier and throw him off. And now Botman gets another chance, but after whiff grab from a get up. Again, no single hit up air is no longer connecting into everything. And another command grab from Lionheart just ends up the first game. And now the stage picture now, Botman choosing Maxwell. It was interesting. Choosing to go to Chrom here. This I really want to talk about. His Chrom is, in my opinion, that's a lot better in this match. It stays aggressive. Unfortunately, Lionheart recognizes this, gets a free block punish with the grab, and just manages to completely l- react to Botman's air dodge here. His defensive option immediately called out another grab, gets him up, and Lionheart just completely in Botman's head over here. Calls out the falling aerial. Again, up BRC, and what a beautiful parry there. Recognizing the get up attack. And that just gets it down with 4 till. This really makes it hard for Chrom to come back. There's not much he can do. Calls out the early jump with a forward air. I really like this run of forward air by Abiyub. He recognized that Botman was going to try to jump to the ledge and immediately stops it, getting a very early kill. His edge guards in this whole set have just been on point while others have struggled to kill him. And then again, the up B out of shield, that's a quick 14%. Botman tried to get a combo, but then again, missed time forward tilt, and he just gets a beat there. The moment the forward air missed, he should have looked for a defensive option, and then immediate up B out of shield. Still catches Chrom. This I like this up B. It got line out off him. There wasn't much he can do. He set to neutral. He gets an advantage, and just like that, without a jump, Lionheart SDs. But again, there's more upbeats out of shield continuously. I really like Aviu's uses of flame here. It gets a full like 30% from 26% really, and that really hurts. This is so intense. Because Bowser's strong body here, jab it just does nothing. He gets a free side B, and that's huge for Lionheart. It's really hard to get the early initial percent on Bowser because of his tough body. I think his ability name, and this is unfortunate. I really once you burn double jump as Chrom, you really have to worry out for trades because you're just a dead man if you trade. Doesn't matter if you get the hit, but he managed to make it back here, and it's just. I like the forward tilt to catch the air dodge. Love the combo, gets him off stage, but sadly, good try on the out two frame, but nothing happens. Again, the side B just continuously getting Botman. That's kind of an issue I find it that consistently just I don't know if it's fear in this matchup or trying to play safe. The side B has been connecting a lot, just run up side B out of tech chases. Lionheart's use of the side B and up B out of shield have been impeccable this tournament. Really good forward tilt. Yes. I really like this edge guard. So he recognizes from the beginning, knocks him off with the back air, gets the forward tilt, recognizes he can only come from one angle, hits him off with the forward and then finishes off with a forward smash. That's very good textbook edge guard from Chrome. And now it's a even game. I would like to see a more substantial punish. He tried to get the combo starter off the whiff. He recognized the whiff. He tried to go for the up air for the combo starter, but up B again just completely stops everything. Would have liked to see, more down air. Instead of getting a combo, at least a single hit would have helped. This a good this was a good call out. Calls out the air dodge with the nair. Gets more conversion, but not too much. That's a mini combo. Ashmash is good. I like the patience, but then nair to fail, and it's looking pretty dangerous. Beats a really good keep out move. I really like that interaction. No, recognizes the run up, puts out the up B. Even if he misses slightly, the side B is likely to whiff, and he can come down safely. But sadly here, went for it all, and then Abiyu with his air dodge gets a good punish. Really good, really good recovery mix-up. For most of this game, he was actually going for aerials when he touched up high, but he recognized the smash attack and goes for good at this. This time, this is very interesting that Aviv here decides not to go off stage at all, even though Botman does more of the same on the recovery, jumping right into the ledge before being. Abiy decides to play safe because he's at high percent. And then again, this I also really like this part where there's a forward tilt into the spot dodge, trying to call out the side B, but the patience from Abiy really just works out. He rolls, he sets to neutral, forward air, and sort of forward air into spot dodge, dodging him out of that. And it's just a lot of spaghetti over here. Where after that good dodge, no yell punish, the block comes out and both just miss. Good up air from Chrom, recognizing this, landing with the up air, but sadly the buffer jab really didn't allow him to continue. And that's a really good interception on the nair startup. Got the back air, and that's the second game going to Botman. And here they choose here Lionheart goes for Yoshi's story. This is what I really liked, opting for the smallest stage, less space for Chrom to move around. Hopefully easier kills with the slope helping for 2 frame attempts. I assume was the idea, and I completely messed that up. Okay, here we go. Okay. Again, we see aggression coming out from both players. Yoli wanted to take the center stage here. The forward air from Bowser connects, was quite largely neutral. Botman slowly works himself into the corner and is again the any move on the shield. It's just being connected by a up B in some shape or form. So I tried to start a combo, but the air dodge from Bowser comes out. I really like this sequence. After the whiffed up B out of shield, he finally gets the up air combo start, and this gets him a lot. A back air, and then he gets a forward tilt. But sadly, the whiff on the tech chase is where I felt I got a bit too greedy. Goes for the nair and gets an up B out of shield again. I like the down air, catching out that after after Botman goes with the air, he immediately jabs, and that allows Abiyuk to jump out down near him. And again, choosing to just wait, see where he lands, and again uh, this is what I really like. After the edge guard, he recognizes that a jump is coming out, and immediately with the Yun of fail, catches Grom mid jump, ending that stock. And then the up airs getting the combo. I really like how much Grom gets out of these falling up airs, but I feel like they are a bit unsafe on time, especially if they end up whiffing. This spy was just really good. You're recognizing that Grom is going to come with a falling aerial. Gets the side B for quick 22%, which is huge in this matchup. Again, just a early, sort of fail. It's immediately met on shield. He waits for the jab, and then the moment of sort of fair, immediate up B out of shield. And then again, more up airs into jab. That's nice, but the jab sadly won't turn around. He rolls out for free. And again, the sort of fails are just working so well for Abiyu with that long swipe. It controls so much space, especially on a stage like Yoshi. It just feels a bit oppressive at times. And here we have again another aerial on sealed. Right after this fail, there's another aerial on seal and meter up B out of seal every time. I would like to see more nuanced spacing. I feel like that's definitely something that would give our players more chance to deal with this. A good back here. Again he goes for the Tianov fair, trying to catch Grom's normal angle. An early up B though is a bit too far, but at least he got the stock trade, which is what I really think was a saving grace over here. But that's still you don't want that to happen. He didn't have that much of a deficit. He was at 90%. That stock could have lasted for some time, but sadly just miscalculated it. And now here they get out of invulnerability at the same time approximately, and we see that Lionheart already opted to go into the up B. Gets on the seal, but this double up tilts into a four tilts, a decent punish. I like the reaction to the roll. But sadly I feel like he gave up a lot of he went for that play which would have been huge if it hit. But now there's a lot of stage positioning gone. This is a very dangerous space. The slope actually saved Chrom
Very
there,
nice play considering
but
this was a
sadly,
botman move, right?
Chrom grabbed it doesn't connect, and Abiyu gets the roll grab. And then,
Yeah, and now
oh, I love the reverse areas back here, but I felt like they could have been a bit more patience on this edge guard.
oh
He
Botman.
expects a jump, and Lionheart just plays it safe,
Saving Lionheart
gets
from
his
all
up
the
B
damage
out
that
while
was
saving his
being
double
done.
jump, which I really like. More up Bs out of shield as usual. Beautiful back here, and just yeah, Bowser's. I feel like Bowser up B is a bit hard for Chrom to really deal with safely, and what a beautiful forward tilt. More downward angle forward tilts, trying for early stock. Up Bs out of the shield. Good use of the up B there on stage.
And Lionheart
Great
taking
spacing
a
by
lot of damage.
Chrom there. Great spacing here. Coming out.
And Lionheart taking
Jackionizes the
a lot
drift.
of damage. Again,
Back is
there was
out.
Botman with on
And
stock, so it's very
this was an
taking
interesting
a lot of damage here.
trade here. After the 4 tilt, trying to two frame, one of Chrom's best options. We see a regular get up. And here, Chrome was already jumped with a nair, trying to let's trap. But sadly, he lands a bit early. That's the main issue here. But he somehow gets the trade with the forward tilt in the weirdest
On
angle,
stock, so it's
sending
very
Bowser. That's a very
so I'm
interesting
actually kind of
interaction there.
anxious right now because
I like
there
the use of early upbeats. I think Lionheart really noticed how Chrome was trying to run off and edge guard him, and he's opted for these early upbeats to catch
anything
him
can go
out.
wrong, anything can happen.
And more this dash dance grab, catching Botman. And this I really like this. This was really well done by Lionheart here. He waits, seeing where Botman chooses to go. Notice the jump. Notice he
Oh, it's
can't
just
double jump. There's not that
Lionheart
much
to
space.
end
Immediately
the
going for
game.
the forward air to end it off. That's really good use of stage
Oh,
control
and
over here, more than anything else. After hitting him out, instead of going for the dodge, opts to see what options he chose.
two three.
Because it's very risky for him to have gone out with that high percent. I like that option. And now back to Smashville
Botman still has
for
a
Botman. He doesn't feel too confident in the Chrome, so he goes to his Pokemon trainer. I love the Pokemon trainer. Think he plays really well, and there's a lot to talk about here. Okay, let's skip the first. They had a bit of dispute over stage. And then again, more up B out of shield. Every time something touches Bowser's shield, he's just been using that. And then, okay, Squirtle is really adept at doing this, getting early percent on Bowser. We have to be a bit careful. A whiffed grab kind of hurts Squirtle there, but he managed to block the up B. And then here the Ivysaur. I really like the use of the Ivysaur, but I felt like he played a bit
Charizard is gonna
too
be the one to
close
go off
at
again.
some points.
Two,
This was a really great pickup.
so Charizard
Just
is
from
gonna be the
spacing
one
back
to
here,
go
he
off
gets a
against him.
good
Yeah.
33%
So
like
Charizard is
this.
gonna be the one to go
Catches
off
Aviu's
to give
approach. The
to
up
give
is
the
good.
final finishing blow onto Bowser.
Continues to keep him up in the
Oh,
air. There, sadly, his timing was a bit off, but I think that was a really good option there. And this was just amazingly done by Lionheart here. Stays in shield, goes for the pie, and then gets the
coming
side B.
from Bowser there.
That was great. Gets stage control again here against Charizard. Aviu recognizes he can't really edge guard,
Commander.
opts to stay out, gets a fort. Okay, sorry about it. I had to take a quick break. Getting back into it. The down tilt to try and avoid. And I really like this usage of shield right here. Just to get. Kaiser doesn't have too many good options off the ledge, and shielding helps with most of it. Gets the parry on the get up attack. But only an up B out of shield was a bit of a weak punish, I feel, at that high
Command
percent.
grab again.
Either way, gets the side B, and this incomplete off the back air.
Command grab
Just
again.
recognizing the unsafe back air, gets the side B. This I really like this
Again.
interaction here. We see Charizard go with a falling near safe, gets the spot dodge, gets a back air, and just a clean edge
Ooh,
guard.
that was a very good.
That is very clean. Just using Charizard's multiple jumps to
Ooh,
float there
that
in
was a
space,
very good
make sure that Bowser
dodge
can't come
edge
back and
guard.
has no options.
Edge guard right there.
But
That was a
unfortunate
very
here, I
good,
feel
dodge
Charizard's slow
edge
speed
guard.
just
Yeah,
really
edge
hurt
guard right there. Puts
Botman
Botman
as he puts
in
himself
different
into the
spots.
corner.
Yeah.
Let's see
Now
what this
responsive
Squirtle can
command
really
grab
do
right there. Now back
using
to
his speed.
Squirtle onto Botman here.
Gets an early start with the up air, but doesn't get too much off it, unfortunately. What's the punish? A good
Executed
back air out of
so
shield, gets
well,
the forward
all
tilt.
turning
I really
movements.
like the movement here.
Extremely
This
powerful.
really
That's what we
careful
want
and
to see
safe
in
play.
this game mode.
Yakinizer he can't get
So
too
well,
much.
all turning
Dashes
movements.
out and it
And
goes
I
for
Oh,
the
attempted to
look,
play
look.
the
combo,
mini
but
combo, but
mini
that got,
combo.
oh
And I
no,
was really scared here that he'd air dodge
it
out.
got
But beautiful two frame
out
by
of
Lionheart with the
frame.
down tilt,
Oh
getting
no,
both hits, pushing him just a
that
bit
it
too
all
awkwardly far. An
ouch.
unfortunate
That
SD
really
there as he
hurts.
tried to, I
It's always
guess,
scary when you air dodge in
he
this
was holding
game.
in a
If
bit
you
too
buffer
much.
it the wrong way, you just can never come back from
This
that.
Ivy saw
And
is.
it's always a scary thing to see off
Let's
screen
see how it
air
works out.
dodge.
I like the back air. Back air has always been such a
Lionheart
good combo
isn't in
start in
pretty
this
good
matchup,
position to
and the
get a
near
good
usage.
play
Really just
back, play
kept
safe,
Lionheart
and look
off
for the
stage.
openings.
But
Get a nice
unfortunate
command
that was really
before
unfortunate
staying
here
back, play safe,
is that after
and
going
look for
for
the
a second
openings.
Yaze
Get a
leaf, he
nice
gets
command
rolled
grab,
on,
and
and that's a
just
free
one more
grab.
stock for him to finish
The
it off. I love the
The upbeat has been doing so much. Even here,
just
where
one
it's
more
been
stock
very
for him
telegraphed.
to
You're
finish
just
it off.
able to follow
I love the
Botman's
upbeats.
movement
The
in
down
the air
upbeats have been
perfectly.
working out so
Tries
well.
for forward. I really like
For him
this
to
forward.
finish
There.
it off.
Sadly, it was a
I
short
love
hop
the
forward
upbeats.
here,
The
so it's
down upbeats have
whiffed.
been working out
But
so
then
well. And here we see the
the
choice of
back air
Chrom
coming
going
out
for the
from
kill.
Botman was
Ooh,
really
dash
good.
Is he
guard
going for it?
goes for it.
Oh,
And
And
then
here we
here
see
I
the
feel like
choice of
this is
Chrom going
where
for kill.
I like to
Mini
a bit
dash
more
guard
going
patience.
for it.
goes
He
for it.
kind of
Oh,
fired off
serious.
early,
Tries
where
to aim
last time
high,
when
gets
he
caught.
successfully edge
But
guards, he
beautiful
really
air
waited
dodge.
in the air to
Ooh,
really confirm the
second
hit.
saving caught.
And
But
then to
beautiful
talk
air
about
dodge. Ooh, the
this,
second hit
unfortunately,
saving
let's down the shield too
Lionheart before
early.
a punish.
After the
And
trade,
now
the
all of a
forward
sudden
tilt
this is the
connects.
opposite situation. Lionheart is now looking for the kill.
There's a Yun up up smash
All of
there.
a
That's
sudden this
actually
is
very
the
interesting.
opposite situation. Lionheart is now looking for the kill.
Yun up smash,
What is
catching out the spot
off the
dodge
speed there?
attempt. Good falling nail.
Oh,
Oh, this is beautifully
Jesus.
spaced. I really like this left tapping coming out from Botman here. He jumps stage in the air,
Oh,
gets a
Beautiful
back
okay.
air
dash.
on the get
So
up
now you
attack.
have to be very, like, Botman has to be very careful.
But now you have to be
100%
really
on the
careful. The
Squirtle.
Squirtle just gets
Ouch.
immediately
Now you have
grabbed.
to be very,
Let's see,
like,
he's
Botman has
put
to be very
himself into
careful.
the corner and then
100%
by
on a
wasting double
Squirtle
jump
right now.
there, he had
Now you
no
have to be,
other way
like,
out.
Botman has to be very
That
careful.
Lionheart recognized that. That's I think the biggest
100%
part of all
on a
of this.
Squirtle.
Beautiful
Beautiful.
back
That
air.
at the
But now
beginning of
you
the
have to
stock we
be,
see Lionheart
like,
actually
Botman has to be
dash
very careful.
back to avoid a
100%
combo
on a
starter.
Squirtle.
But he recognized
Ouch.
the
Something
double jump,
like that
runs in,
is Bot.
side Bs.
Oh,
Oh,
he
he comes
lined
back.
beautiful.
That's a good switch,
That was
actually.
a really good switch. But
And
now,
that's the two
Oh,
frame
that
on the
exit
recovery,
goes
ends
for
up the third
Lionheart.
game.
One
game.
And here we get into the fifth game. I think that Pokemon Trainer was the right choice. I really liked how it was
Here
going
between
out.
Lionheart and
Here
Botman.
we
This
get a
is
good
game
so the
number
easy way I guess
5.
for
Here
Squirtle to
between
deal with the
Lionheart
fair
and
was just
Botman.
to
This could be Lionheart
block,
potentially
just to shield
qualifying
it.
for the ILG Grand
And
Finale
here we
come
just
June
see
2nd.
really
Or
good,
Botman could
solid
always come
defensive
back
play
and
coming out
stay
from
put.
Botman in
And
this
look at
early
that
portion of the
damage
game.
coming in from the tiny little guy Squirtle.
Uh,
with players in a
Unfortunately,
volatile
up B
and
out of
strong
shield.
SE shield
I
game,
really the
From the
uses
tiny
of
little guy
Bowser's
Squirtle.
Fair here has been
with
extremely
players as
sparse,
volatile and as
but has
strong
also
as
been
Damage
very
coming in
well
from the
placed,
tiny
using
little
it a
guy
lot like March
Squirtle.
Fair to just
with
control a
players as
lot of
volatile and
space
as strong as
and get
these
a
two.
good
You never know
punish.
what's gonna happen until it's
And then now
over.
we just
And
see
I really
mode.
want to see this
Abiyu
over.
really did in this whole
You never
match.
know what's
He
gonna
really
happen
doesn't
until
approach
it's over.
needlessly,
And I really want to
opting
see
to
this
control his
Pokemon trainer work.
space.
It's been doing
But
amazing in this
with
game,
a
getting a
character like
maximum
Squirtle,
50%.
Botman's really
Yeah.
been able to
I mean,
catch
the
him
movement of the
out
Squirtle too when
for
he
that
attacks, it kind
defensive
of
play and
reminds me
get a
of
lot of
Volbeat's double jump
punishes.
down
But
kick.
Yeah, the
Like
down
down
converting
kick.
them into
attack.
real
And he
kills
has to
was
switch
really
onto
difficult.
That kick
And over
switch was
here,
so
if
strong.
that
I
would have
love
hit,
the
that would have
silent
been
V.
a
I love when he
perfect
said down
ender.
air trying to left catch
Gets
him.
the
Sadly, the
fail,
second
but
one
then
didn't get the two
sadly
hits.
the up B
yeah,
here
the second
whiffing
Sadly,
was
I love when he
huge
said
for
down air trying to left catch
Lionheart,
him.
and he
Sadly,
gets a
the
free
second one he
side
didn't
B
get
off
the two
that.
game. But
And
very
just
nice
like
play
that,
by Botman.
this is a pretty
Always stick
bad
on his
situation to
feet.
be in, and
Anything
just I
that.
really like the use of
But
the
very well
parry
played
here
by
because
Botman.
back is a
Always
multi-hit move, and he
stick on his
parried
feet.
the initial hit
Anything
into an immediate
very
side B.
oh,
calculated.
but
So what I
the
found
mana
really
damage that
interesting.
gave like 60, like I think 40, 50%
50.
straight off, to
And
Botman's
just
percentage there. But
again,
100
this
heavy versus heavy
unfortunately
now.
Charizard
Charizard
faces the
versus
same issue as
Bowser.
Bowser, too
And we
big.
saw in the last
I
game
like
that
the
Charizard
idea
really
with the
attempted to close out this game
um
with the back air,
down
but
air
you
from
could
the
see
platform, but it just sadly did not connect. And just really good uses of side B neutral. It's like run up grab, or this was off a spot dodge. He spot dodged to forward tilt and immediately side beats, especially at a high percent. It's been doing so much for him, along with up B out of shield.
Oh,
And I just really like this. This is just a staple of abuse where he notices the moment somebody's still, and Botman didn't even get a chance to move after he landed. We see that he lands. The moment he lands, immediate jump coming out from Lionheart to
oh,
finish off
smash.
that stock.
Coming that
No
up,
fear
up,
at all.
the up air smash. Sorry.
But
forward again.
Lionheart's really having an issue as Bowser dealing with this Squirtle. The Squirtle definitely putting in work, but it is unable to end up with kills. Like this Squirtle has
Like he gets
honestly
that. Like
been
he just
the
builds
highlight
from
of this
certain
game.
kills that
It's
perfect.
been doing so well in the neutral, but unfortunately the kill confirm is just not coming out. And then when he goes sides, I feel like we consistently see there's been problems in neutral. But I really like the use of the aerial mobility to try and force a whiff out of Lionheart. More upbeat is out of shield, getting a decent mini combo, and
Yeah.
it's only at 60%, but like
And Botman, who deals a lot of damage,
I really
goes
like
for the
the
jungle.
use of Squirtle here. I feel like Squirtle's really been the MVP, getting these big, this catches out the air dodge, and
Oh
this
my
was
god, the
beautiful.
win of
Sadly,
Potion
no
King of. That was a
second
good switch as
down
well.
air. He gets back. But what good use of Nair to Let's Tap, really working well against
Whoa,
Bowser.
what?
And
Is it enough to?
that always just feels so good to connect. When you come up with a
Whoa!
run off there, he
Is
just
it enough to?
immediately
Yes,
calls
he
him out,
does.
gets the kill.
I think he only lost like 5% in
But
that entire stock.
and then here just
Yeah, one hit, like just 5% hit,
I
and now he
love
is going
this
to.
again. Botman started to catch on to the usage of
Yeah,
side
one
B,
hit, like
opting to
just 5% hit. Now he
spot
is
dodge
going
much
to.
more. But Bowser's tough body really makes this matchup hard
Yeah,
from the
one hit,
Ivy. So we see
like
here that the
just
nair
5%
this
hit, and
does
now he is
nothing and he
going to
gets out
go
for
a
free.
bit on the aggressive
Even the
with his
down
panic
air
shot.
and
Man
just
grab's
eats a
going
side
in.
B because of
Not enough.
it.
Ooh, good. It's a
This is a good switch, but the down tilt 2 framing really hurt.
oh the parry.
That was a really good parry, but Bodman was kind of telegraphing the falling back airs in multiple stocks. Ah, and just
Yeah, and look
good
at that.
let's
The command
tapping.
grab's coming. It's
Charizard really
good.
can't do a lot in this situation against a shielding
Yeah,
Bowser. He
and
could
look at
try
that. The
to
command grab's
stall,
coming.
I
It
guess.
will take out
And just like
Botman
that,
here, but Botman still advantage 55%. But again, then again, this is a Bowser we're talking about. He is. I mean,
the
he's
squad has
heavy.
really been an MVP
This is
here.
a Bowser
Just
we're
the
talking about.
higher speed really making it hard for
I mean,
Bowser.
I'm not
We
advantage.
see him try to go
He's
for a
heavy. He's
falling fair
like
to
this is a
control
Bowser we're
Yanes,
talking about. He is.
and he actually just gets
I'm not.
punished for it for
He's
going
heavy.
for
He's
spot
very
dodge
scary.
after. A
Yeah,
small punish is still a punish, but sadly
yeah. But I love
the follow
what
up doesn't really work
Botman
out.
is doing here right
And
now,
then
going
a
in
couple of
spot dodge.
side Bs really
He's going
hurt.
very extremely fast against this.
I feel like
Oh, trying to get
um
out there.
there's possibly better options
Oh,
for
the
Ivysaur there,
hard.
but sadly did not really work out. He took a bit of damage getting off. Falling with this, I feel this nair was a bit too telegraphed. He exhausts most of his jumps, falls with a lazy nair, and that's really gonna hurt. I like this forward as well. It is really again. Abiyu recognized that he landed on the platform and jumped, and just go directly for the double jump fair, just putting it out there on
But
whiff, and then a
oh
really good
my
block punish there
god.
to end up the stock. In general, this Abiyu's play has been a lot focused on defense, good spacing. He doesn't approach needlessly, and his um his reaction to specific situations where he knows a buffered aerial can connect instantly, and usage of habits of opponents, especially related to their offense, like falling fair, has been really dominant. While we see from Botman, we see a lot more of interesting aggression. I love the usage of his movement. His movement-based characters like Chrom, Squirtle, and Joker are doing extremely well for him. Sadly, they're not the end-all be-all, and there's a bit of problems like up B out of shield from Bowser became impossible for Botman to deal with. We saw him punish it only once with Chrom, and that was the game he won. But in the most part, a lot of Lionheart's options that even gone to have just been unchecked, which is my main takeaway from this match. I'll hope this was a decent analysis of the game. First one, please leave a comment if you have any feedback, and I'll leave you guys to it.